put this on mute. I'll be right back. I got my creatine. These pants ain't comfortable, but let me show. Maybe I can bring, I can't bring that up because then I got to bring this up. Okay, let's see. Oh, I was going to say where I put my phone. I can't even look at I should start using my tablet for that. Come on in. Give people time to load in. Walk the Talk Wednesday. Okay. I will be right back. Come on in. Okay. Get a pen and paper. You're going to need a pen and paper for tonight. Those on YouTube, if you're there, let me know if you can hear me. I think you can because I have my sound on. Everything's good there. I think you can definitely hear me. So I'm going to get started. Come on in. What's everybody at tonight? I guess it's getting light outside and everybody just in these streets. They're in these streets. I need to get comfortable. I got these long pants on. I really want to get comfortable. So look, I want you to start as you're coming in. Put what goal you intended to work on this past week. What did you intend to work on this past week? What did you intend to work on this past week? Let me move this closer. There we go. What did you intend to work on this past week? This is a live health coaching accountability session. What did you intend to work on this past week? Put it in the comments. Hey, Maribel. Hey, Eli. Okay, good. You can hear me very clear. Good. Changed up a few things. Put in, if you're participating, hey, Mary, I want you to put in the comments, pick the goal. And I would say pick the one that you, well, before we even do that, before y'all do that, because y'all didn't comment yet, what was your win this week? What were some of your wins related to your health behavior goals? What were some of your wins? I'm drinking my creatine. What were some of your wins this past week? Oh my goodness. What were some of your wins this past week related to health behavior change? What were you able to stick to? I'm going to tell you, for me, I did better with getting to bed. I know we were off last week because I was sick. So I'm waiting to see some of our regulars popping in. Tell me. While you're putting that, I want to remind you, last week we talked about, 2 weeks ago, we talked about identity and how a lot of the issue that you have with being able to stick to your goals and what you're able to achieve is because you have beliefs that don't match the person that you want to be. Your beliefs don't match the person that you want to be. And to bridge the intention you have to be more fit, the intention you have to get more sleep, the intention you have to lose the fupa, the intention you have to be less stressed, whatever that health behavior intention is, the reason you're not executing is because you fall into what we call in health psychology, the intention behavior gap. And there's certain cognitions that you need in order for you to be able to execute. And shifting identity, many people do not shift their identity. If you're still a person that believes you can eat whatever the fuck you want to eat, but then you say you're going on a diet, those are two different identities. They're going to clash and you're not going to be able to achieve the goal you set out. Okay, Eli said being more disciplined with my sleep. Anybody else? I don't know what is going on over here on TikTok. I feel like I don't know. Okay, Mercury, do your thing. We will freestyle this all the way out. Maribel, being more consistent and more intentional. Okay, Maribel, even more specific. Being more consistent and intentional with what? Not putting you on the spot, but someone replaying this or on her live will be able to relate to this. Being more intentional and being more specific with what? With what? Because we can say we're being more specific, more consistent, and more intentional, but with what? What behavior? The more specific we get, the more the execution will stick. I don't know what is going on over here on TikTok. Tanisha, are you still there? I see like no comments. I just see random people I never seen hopping in. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on TikTok. Okay, yes, Mary, I thought you was going to come through and said that you did your shopping for your meal prep. Yes, you did your shopping for your meal prep. Because some of y'all will get a meal plan from me and never do the shopping, never do the, never even print it, never even look at it. But you want to be healthy. So you want to be healthy, but what's something that healthy people do? They eat healthy. In order they cook their own food. In order to cook their own food, they have to have a plan, a meal plan to go by. They have to go to the grocery store, do the shopping. They have to execute that. So this is what I'm going to do, because I don't know what is going on over here on this other side. I don't see any of my regulars. And it's random people. The numbers are going weird. So look, I want those of you replaying and on here live, I want you to grab a pen and paper. If you're over here on TikTok and you with me, grab a pen and paper. Or you can use the chat. You can use the chat to put things in, because I want to do an activity regarding identity with you. Okay? So the first column, you're making two columns. Two columns. All right? Two columns. One piece of paper, draw a line down the middle. I'm going to show you. Piece of paper, draw a line down the middle. Draw a line down the middle. All right. So on one of the columns, I want you to write, what I want you to put, I want it to really resonate. The person you want to be, whatever that is, a person who gets their sleep, a rested individual, a rested person. If you want to be fit, a fit, healthy person, whatever that is, but you got to put the word person. If you want to be, so in terms of your meal prep, or you can link it to someone, you can link it specifically to actually like if you have hypothyroid and you want to have a healthy thyroid, then on that column on the paper, on this side, you're going to put person with a healthy thyroid, or a person reversing dis-ease. That's what you want to put on this side. All right, this first side here. A person reversing dis-ease. Okay, you got that? You got that? All right, the person reversing dis-ease. You're putting that over here. Put that at the top. Now, what I want you to do is go down on this part of the column, and I need you to write, Tanisha, there you are. I don't know what happened. I don't know, this Mercury retrograde glitchiness. I don't see any names that I normally see, and it's weird. Nobody's commenting. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna still do this. Because I know y'all play it back. So, okay, Maribel said, sticking to good eating habits and exercise, sticking to my schedule. Okay, and the comments are delayed over here. So what I want you to do now, on that column, on that side where you listed the person you want to be, what does that look like? So when you look at someone that's executing what you want to do, when you look at someone that's fit, someone that's healthy, someone that's rested, someone that's not stressed, someone that's not a people pleaser. I'm giving you different things that you've shared in past lives. When you look at that person, what are some things that person does? What do they do? What do they do? So Maribel, if you're wanting to stick to good eating habits and exercise, that means there's someone, the person you're thinking about is somebody that is healthy. What does someone that has good eating habits do? What do they do? What's something they do? Give me something that they do. Because if you can't envision what that person does, we have two columns here. It's an activity. If you're new, hi, welcome, come on in, get a piece of paper. You want two columns. The first column is whatever that health behavior change is that you want to make. You need to put down what that person is. Who is that? Put that down. Put that down. There we go. Now I see some people I know coming in. Jeez, it was been glitchy over here. Work out and eat healthy. Okay, so aim 5191 over here on TikTok. You want to put down, so work out and eating healthy. So it's a healthy, fit person. Whatever that person is that you envision. Hey, Miss Pam. It's been glitchy, y'all. I ain't seen nobody I know over here. I'm like, where's everybody at? Put that at the top and draw a line. Draw a line. Start writing down in that column When you see somebody that is that, whether it's you, whether it's somebody else, what you envision that to be, what does that person do? So for me with sleep, a rested person, I used to not be a morning person, right? I want to be the person that is up early enough to get a bunch of stuff done. But the problem is I end up scrolling and not going to bed, and then my body needs like 9 to 10 hours of sleep. Then I sleep all that, then I lose daylight. So what does a rested person that gets up early? What do? They put their phone down. So in this column where you wrote, this is the person that you want to be: a well-rested person, a fit person. Okay, Maribel put they have discipline. So put that down in that column. That person is disciplined. This column is the person that you want to be right here. We have two columns. You don't see this here, but a line is drawn down the middle. This first column, you write at the top, the person I want to be, or put what that person is. A fit, strong, like I want to be a fit, strong 50-year-old. I'm 48 right now. Okay. Tanisha they put the phone down. They set a bedtime reminder so they can go to bed on time. Thank you. You see Tanisha's been with me, y'all. So y'all watching on YouTube. On the do this. Don't just be watching. Do it. Do it. Do it. I have a PhD in health psychology. This is what I do. Health behavior change. It may feel ridiculous to you, but this is the kind of thing that helps you execute. Words have power. Put it to paper. So a person that wants to be rested and get up in the morning, I put that person, I would write down, puts the phone down. What's next? I will put goes to bed on time. Set a bedtime reminder. Do y'all see where I'm going? We set reminders for other things. Yeah, Miss Pam. Miss Pam, you're going to meet Tanisha. You're going to meet Tanisha. Does this make sense to you? Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if this is making sense. I know it was tricky. Wait. Sorry, I'm shaking. I need to drink my creatine drink. Over here, Mary, not Maribel, but Mary. What is a person that wants to eat healthy to target whatever health condition they're trying to support? What do? They go to the grocery store like you did. They cook their meals. They eat the meals that they cooked. Write each of those things down because those are behaviors. I want you to write down the behaviors of what a person looks like, what they do that you want to be like. We've all been to the gym before and we look over at that girl. I wore this shirt for y'all if you want to be that girl or that guy. And you go, oh, wow, they're really fit. Oh, wow, they're always here on time doing their workout. Oh, they don't get distracted on their phone or talking to people in the gym. They're really focused. Those are behaviors. Write that down. If you want to be that girl or that guy, write down those behaviors. What does that look like? You need to see what it looks like on paper, because then we're going to do the opposite. And we're going to write down what you're doing that doesn't look like that. So you can see, because a lot of you are just going through life and you're not actually stopping and looking and seeing where you're going wrong. Because the behaviors aren't necessarily bad, but the behaviors are also not aligned with what you said you wanted to do, who you said you wanted to be. So your identity is out of sync and you're not that girl, you're not that guy, and you wonder why you can't bridge the intention behavior gap. And it's because you're executing behaviors that are aligned with an old identity that you're not willing to let go of. You have this new identity in mind of who you say you want to be. Every New Year's, you say you want to be this more fit person. You say you want to reverse your type 2 diabetes. You say you want to go to bed on time, but do you do it? Do you execute those behaviors? What behaviors are they? Let's identify them in somebody else of what that looks like, so you know on paper what that is. Okay, Maribel said strong-minded, no distractions from what to do. Maribel, put that in the in that column, that person. Put that in that column. Put that there. Not distracted. Stick to their schedule. Their discipline. Maribel, I want you to get even more specific because yours was for good eating habits. So good eating habits mean you have to do what, Maribel? What do you have to do? And this is for anybody replaying or watching. If you want good eating habits, what does somebody with good eating habits do? And write it in the column. What do they do? Let me go get me a pen. Trying to take my creatine down. Let me get me a pen. I hope I don't trip. I'm backed up in here. Hold on. Hold on. You need a visual. Okay. 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 So you have the column. The column. What does somebody with good eating habits, what do they do? I'm going to write down, they plan their meals, right? They plan their meals. Well, once they plan it, what do? There we go. Thank you, Miss Pam. They meal prep. They also go to the grocery store. They plan the grocery store trip. Let me tell you what a lot of you don't do. Because a lot of you, and I'm surprised at the number of people that do this, you just, until you meet me, you just go to the grocery store and don't really have a list. Your list will have like eggs, butter, the main stuff, and then you just make up what you want to eat while you're in the store. You just make it up. Like, I'm going to get me some ground turkey. I'm going to get some of this and it's mindless. It's a mindless behavior. There's no anything behind it, okay? So you need to put down, plan the grocery store trip. What day do you go? I go every Friday. Saturday is my backup day. Sunday is absolute worst case because Sunday the grocery store isn't going to have much. See how I thought through that? And to anyone else that seems extra, but guess what? If you go, oh, let me go on Sunday, then they don't have everything. Then you're running around to 2, 3, 4 different stores because everybody has already done their shopping for the week. Ooh, Lash in my way. Come on, Lash. Get out the way. Get out the way. Does that make sense when I talk about grocery shopping and when I talk about the meal planning? Nevaeh said, I do that. And grown folks do that. They're trying to lose weight. You just walk around the store and go, I think I'm going to want this. I think I'm going to want that. Unless you plan on going to the grocery store every day, but you need to plan your meals. If you need help with meal plans, I have meal plans. So they plan their meals. They go to and they plan when they're going to the grocery store. I don't like going when it's a bunch of people there. If you know that irritates you, plan what store you're going to. This may seem extra, but when you're trying to shift your identity, these are the behaviors that you need to do. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I got my lashes filled today and I feel like something's in my way. I see it. I see it. I see the lash. Go away. My daughter's probably laughing at me right now. I see the lash in the way. Go away. Go away. Ugh. Is this making sense regarding what you need to do? What a day I've had, y'all. Playing with these lashes. That workout was good, though. Okay, so back to this. What else does someone do besides being disciplined? So, Maribel, I see you tapping in on the emotions. What are the actions? What does discipline look like? Discipline's like an abstract concept. You know? Consistency, abstract concept. So I see already what the issue is there. You got to put, what does consistency look like? Tell me, Maribel. Anyone over here on TikTok, what does consistency look like? This is why a lot of clients get stuck because you don't have any specificity. You're missing specificity. Consistency looks like what? Oh, consistency looks like I am meal prepping on, and I'm going to give you what my consistency looks like. My consistency is I meal prep on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. You can say consistency, but until you plan out what it looks like, how are you going to execute it? You would not tell your child, I need you to be consistent. You're going to say, I need you to make sure that room is clean before I get home. You got to be specific. A lot of you are missing specificity. Specificity. Doing it consistently to create the habit. Yes. So in doing it consistently to create the habit, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go get a lash thing. Doing it consistently to create the habit means what? It means what? Thank you for sharing the live, y'all. Yes. Now I'm seeing my regulars. Let me tell you, I don't know what's going on, but hey, one motivated queen. So look what I see y'all doing. Oh my gosh, I need to get a mirror. What is this lash? I need you instead. Y'all are giving me abstract concepts. It's consistent, discipline. So this makes sense. I'm not beating you up, but I'm trying to shift your mind. What does that look like? What does it look like? What does motivation look like? What does it look like? When you look at somebody and go, dag, she's disciplined. What makes you believe she's disciplined? It's the actions. Okay, Mary says sticking to the plan. Be more specific. What does sticking to the plan mean? Maribel said meal prep, juicing on Sunday and Wednesday. That's what I want. That's what I want. You guys are missing specificity. There you go. When you get specific, you get more specific with your outfits than you get with what the food that you put in your body. So see, when they say, oh, Roxanne, are you consistent with your workouts? Are you disciplined with your workouts? Let me tell you what, let me give you an example of what discipline looks like. What discipline looks like is, discipline is, I'm working out even when I don't feel like it. That's discipline. I'm meal prepping at 10 o'clock at night. That's what I was doing last night, even though I didn't feel like it. It's why I ended up going to bed late too. But I actually scrolled. Okay, good. Miss Pam said it's measurable. So for something to be measurable, we got to put detail on that. What's measurable? Measurable is, good, Maribel, this is resonating. Measurable is, okay, when you're setting your intention for the week, you can say goal. I like to say intention. You say, I will, say it out loud wherever you're at. One motivated queen said, create the meal plan, purchase the food, prep the food, then repeat every week. Come on. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That's discipline. That's consistency. I create the meal plan. I purchase the food. I prep the food, and I cook and I eat the food. Let me tell you, the funny thing is, people will prep the food and go, I didn't eat my prepped food. So to get it even more specific than that, one motivated queen, what we do then is give what days we're going to do it. We look on our phone and look at our calendar and go, oh, I know. So for me, when I know that I'm going to be out of town on a weekend, I prep before I go and put it in the freezer, because when I come back, I don't feel like prepping. That's discipline. That's consistency. That's planning, because that's where you fall off. We call those coping planning skills. If I go on vacation, if anything that I do, I prep food so when I get back, I don't got to cook for those first few days. Are some of these examples helping you? Because I want you to come back to this list, because y'all wasn't getting it. You weren't getting it. You have to actually write down what discipline looks like, consistency looks like. So in this column, let's go back to this column again. What does that look like? So with one motivated queen, a person that eats healthy is going to be, they create the meal plan, they purchase the food, they prep the food. Write each of that down. It may feel stupid, but it's not, because it's, if you need to treat it like a toddler. If this was a 3-year-old, you're not going to say, go in that living room and bring me some food. Go in the kitchen and bring me some food. That's general. You're going to say, go in the kitchen, look in the cabinet, get mama the snack on the 3rd shelf up. It's in the blue box. Does that help? I'm going to wait and let your comments catch up. Eli said, discipline is what turns the goal into a lifestyle. Exactly. Because when you get disciplined with the behaviors that you are listing in the column, the behaviors that are executed by someone that walks the talk, by someone who's that girl or that guy, then it turns into lifestyle. And I need y'all to get out of your head that something takes 21 days. They made that up, just like the 10,000 steps. Habit does not take 21 days. A health behavior lifestyle change, I will tell you, as somebody with a research degree, a PhD, got my PhD 7 years ago. Part of what I studied, health behavior change. It takes you 90 to 120 days. We found people to create a sustainable health behavior change. 90 to 120 days. Because for 21 days, life can be perfect. But for 90 to 120, your schedule ain't going to be perfect. Something going to go wrong. That run you thought you were going to do outside, it rains. Then what's your backup plan? What's your coping plan? Your plan B, your plan C, your plan D. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Is this making sense? I don't know why I'm not seeing comments on either side. They're so delayed. Okay, they're still there. Okay, they are. Good. Making sense. Are you writing it down? Or are you still struggling? Do you need help? Who needs help? If so, tell me who that person is you want to become. I'm going to give you some behaviors, because this is what I find even in my, hi buddy, my dog came right here. Even in my practice, people don't get specific. They say, oh, next week, I'm going to be consistent with my workouts. If somebody was as vague as you guys are with your, however you make your money, you would not, let me leave it. Think about the vagueness that you put on your intentions versus the specificity you want in other areas of your life. One motivated queen said, why start next week when you can start now? Mary said, true. Okay. Maribel said, I have a bucket list I do every week so I do not forget. There you go. Specificity to be that girl or that guy. So we're working on identity. And a lot of times you say to yourself, I want to work out more. I want to be healthier. I want to be this. That's an abstract concept. The purpose of this list is for you to figure out, what does that look like? What do those behaviors look like? So for you, does that mean you're getting up early? Getting up early in the morning, making a list. What does that look like? Post-it notes are your best friend. Good. Now look, make the other column. This might be easier. This other side might be easier. So on the other column, put current habits that conflict. Current habits that conflict. So you want to put down habits that conflict with the person you want to become. So this column is the person that the behaviors reflective of the person you want to become. The column over here, wait a minute, I think I have this on mirror. Wait a minute, hold on. Yep, I always forget to turn that off. Okay, I always forget to turn off the mirroring. The column over here is where you have down the behaviors of the person you want to become. The next column over here, the behaviors that you currently do that conflict with the person you want to become. One motivate excuses. Mine starts with getting a good night's rest so I can start my day. So one motivated queen, now that you identified that, put that over here. What's the behavior? I stay up late. Put what it is. I stay up late. Put what it is. AM 5190. Put I use excuses. I want y'all to use I statements. So you can see the difference in what you are doing that conflicts with who you said you want to become. Because until you put it on paper and see what the behaviors are, how are you going to know what to change? Come on. Look at this. I don't know why he is doing this today. What's wrong, buddy? I'm in your spot. You want to be all up here? Okay. Okay. Mary and Eli and Nevaeh, do you see this here? Is this in your way? Here you go, baby. Okay. One motivate queen said, hi, Bentley. Is this helpful? What else? What else? What else are you doing that is in conflict with the identity you said you want to become? This column is your identity now. This is what you said you want to become. Seeing your goals, make it more concrete. That's the purpose of you putting pen to paper. Pen to paper. But we got to get specific. And I know sometimes I annoy my clients. Pam, you're going to be getting something later today. When I force you to get specific with your goals. But that's important, because if you don't get specific, then you just want to, I'm just out here doing, I'm trying to get consistent. Consistent with what? Now, okay. All right, I'm seeing this come in. Let me sip some more of this. Let me give the comments a chance to catch up. So let's use a real life example. Give me an intention from last week that you didn't execute. Give me an intention from last week that you did not execute. Give me some health intention that you set that you did not execute. Something you set that you did not execute. What did you tell yourself or promise yourself you would do? Sleep. Okay. I see sleep. What did you say? No, see a lot of it. Emily, hey, Shot-Town. Scrolling, I went to your page. That's how I know. I said, ooh. Okay, sometimes I like to see who y'all are. Scrolling on your phone past 10:30. 10 o'clock is usually the time that melatonin dips in and your body wants to go to sleep, and then we hit it with the blue light and we hit it with thoughts, and then the cortisol goes back up and it counters the sleep. If you have issues with that, just tap. If you're on TikTok, you can tap the shopping bag there. I put what I use for that, for cortisol and for my sleep there. The sleep tea really take you out. Maribel said, I used to make excuses and procrastinate at times. So that's what you want to put down, because sometimes we don't realize what we do, but we'll be quick to tell somebody else or children what they don't do. You need to say, I stay up. I ignore the alarm I set. I. List all the stuff that you do that is in conflict with the person you said you want to become. This can be used with any any behavior. Any behavior this can be used. This can be used with. Nobody want to give me their example? Nobody want to give me an example? It's quiet tonight. I missed 1 week and I came back and it is quiet. Maybe it's just the shift and all the energy, what we have going on here. Because this one is a really good activity. Hey, Air Force wifey. Hey. Come on in. One motivated queen. Procrastination is a big one for me. Then reasoning with myself comes next. Let's talk about procrastination then. Who else procrastinates? Hit it with an emoji. Who else procrastinates? Let's dig into procrastination. I'm going to let you guys guide the rest of this since there's such a small amount of people on here. Join, I'm late, but I heard sleepy time tea. Hit the shopping bag. It's there. Hit the shopping bag. It's there. It's there. It's there. It helps you go to sleep. That along with, let me tell y'all, while I'm waiting on the comments, between the sleepy time tea and the cortisol drops, it'll help be sure that you go to sleep. You just got to put the phone down. Now, sometimes it'll take you out where you can't even hold on to your phone no more. You like, oh, you know what? I feel it. That's the melatonin. A lot of times we ignore that. Okay. Adrienne said, me. Adrienne, you talking about the sleep? Are you talking about the sleep or procrastination? Maribel said, I don't drink. Oh, okay. So some of your supplements. Eli said me. So you guys are saying me to procrastination. You procrastinate. So let's talk about, okay, so let's pick a behavior that we put off. I feel like I procrastinate because I set too many goals and don't know which one to start on. That's big, which is why I tell people to start small. So look, let me give you something from here with procrastination and why you put it off. Y'all know one of my favorite books. My clients automatically get this book in the Rev Me Up program. At a certain point, I get this sent to them. Okay, oh my God. TikTok, if I get cut off, I'll come back because they get me if I put something up that I'm not showing. If it knocks me off at any point, I'm gonna come back. Oh my gosh, why'd I do that? I keep forgetting. If it knocks me off, I'm coming right back on, but it might kick me out for 10 minutes because I put something up that I'm not supposed to. Let me randomly pin a product and talk about it real quick so it don't kick me off. Let me pin the sleep tea and talk about it and hope it don't do nothing. They are so finicky over here. So the sleep tea is pinned. It helps you with your sleep. So that way you can get up and do what you got to do. And it kind of pretty much knocks you out. It really does knock you out. Oh my gosh, TikTok, please don't. Somebody say a quick little prayer for me. Like, please don't kick her off. But so the one thing that James Clear talks about is that in that particular what I showed is that when you decide the type of person you want to be, then you have to prove it to yourself with small wins. Prove it to yourself with small wins. A lot of times, this person you want to be, if there's a big gap between the identity of who you want to become, what you said you want to do. Oh, thank you, Air Force wifey. Thank you for the finger heart. If there's a big gap between the person you said you want to be and a conflict in those behaviors, to prove to yourself with small wins. We start often with too many big things. Next week, I'm going to work out 3 days a week. I'm going to drink all my water. I'm going to stop drinking coffee. You guys start with too many goals and you fall off. Pick one thing. What am I going to prove to myself? That I can be this person over here. What are you going to do? That's one way around procrastination. A lot of times you procrastinate because it's so much. It's so much, and you think you have tomorrow, but you really aren't ready to make the shift. Because for things that you really want to do, you do not put off. So maybe you're not even ready for that identity. You got to start with something that's smaller. Start with something that's smaller. One motivated queen said, I tend to put too much on my plate. This is the most common thing I've seen in health behavior change. I've been in this for 25 years. We all want to achieve all of these goals, but imagine if you took baby steps and by the end of the year, you were where you were wanted to be in 1 month. Even if it took you a year, it meant that you weren't having the same goal every year. You set yourself back. You get going fast and you go fast for 2 to 3 weeks, and then you're back. You set yourself back for 8 weeks, for 8 months. What's the point? But if you were going slow, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race every time. There's a reason they say that. Slow and steady wins the race. And then she gets anxious if she doesn't complete it, and that takes your cortisol levels up. So I want you each to rethink what your intention was. It doesn't mean you can't achieve the other things. It means that maybe what you need to do instead is what's something small. So for going to bed, for those that struggle with going to bed on time, right? If you know that you want to binge watch something, give yourself a little permission and go, you know what? I'm going to watch just one show if you feel like that's a reward for you. And then I'm going to turn it off. I won't watch an extra episode unless it's Beauty in Black. If it's Beauty in Black, it's over. So if it's nutrition based, and y'all let me know in the comments if this is helping. If it's nutrition based, when you think procrastination, maybe put off a part of it. This is how you make the goal smarter. Like, okay, I keep putting off meal prepping because I'm thinking about meal prepping for the whole week. How about 1, I change what type of meals I'm going to prep, or 2, let me prep the same meal for 5 days. I can't do that. A lot of my clients can't do that either. They don't like to eat the same thing for that many days. Make the goal smaller. When it feels like it's more achievable, remember we did the confidence rating scale when I said, how confident are you? You procrastinate because sometimes you procrastinate because you're not as confident that you're going to complete it. Miss Pam said, I've done that. So if it's healthy eating, and say I've given you guys a meal plan, then instead with the healthy eating, you look at the meal plan and go, I'm gonna do the snacks. I can't do the whole meal plan, but I'm gonna at least do the snacks. Thank you, Air Force Wifey. It's resonating. I'm just trying to give you guys different ways. So with the exercise, instead of saying, okay, I'm going hard, I'm gonna be at the gym all 5 days this week. How about if you say, every day this week, instead, I'm going to move my body for at least 15 minutes, whether that's in some way intentionally getting on my stepper, going for a walk, putting on a workout from YouTube, coming to my class, and I'm going to do just this much. That's a way, as taught, to build the identity by proving to yourself that you can be that person in small wins. When you prove to yourself that you can be that person in small wins, you build your self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is your confidence. The main reason we have found in research that people do not shift that health behavior intention into a lifestyle is because, or when they start and they fall off, we call it relapse, they relapse. It's because of self-efficacy. These are all cognitions. Self-efficacy, their confidence isn't high enough. Their action planning skills, they don't plan it out. They just go through the grocery store and just looking around. Or their coping planning skills. Whatever plan they had, if that did not work, what was their plan B? They didn't have a backup plan. What's wrong, buddy? You leaving? Can you jump down? Okay. I don't know why he was up here anyway. Trying to sleep. Okay, small wins. The small wins help you prove to yourself that you can be this person. This is why I want you to do the list. I'm going to have to do this one again because I don't know why we have such a small amount of people. There's some regulars. I'm like, I need y'all on here to see this. This column, write it down. Even if you do it after, you're not doing it now. This column is the behaviors of the person you want to become. Puts the phone down, like Tanisha said in the beginning. Puts the phone down. Goes to bed at this time. Where's your castor oil liver pack? Takes your sleepy time tea. What else do I want to say? Set the reminder to go to bed for the meal prep. Plans what day you're going to the grocery store. So you can't be like, oh, I think I'm going to go now. And it doesn't fit with your schedule. List all of the behaviors that represent that person you want to be. Then over here, you're writing down what you currently do that's in conflict with that. Because now you can see all the stuff that you do, that, and then all the stuff that you need to be doing, and you can go through and choose a behavior and go, it's easier to choose a behavior than to go, I'm going to meal prep all next week. You can go here and say, okay, next week all of my snacks will be healthy, or next week I'm not going to eat out, or if I eat out it will be from a healthier place. Are these examples helping you? The small steps win the race every time. Have I had clients that go in hard with my programs? But yes, but that's because I'm their coach. I'm meeting with them often. I'm meeting when you want to go in hard with a bunch of goals, you need a coach. Whether it's me, whether it's somebody else, you need a coach. You want to go in and tackle a lot, that's the best way to execute. It's why anyone that's successful in life has a coach. Whether it's for a sport, whether it's a life coach, a health coach, whatever it is, you want to execute, you need a coach. Because if not, you're not going to be able to help yourself. I can't help myself. You know? I feel like if I do this, I won't feel overwhelmed and I'll be more focused. Yes. Air Force wife, you said it's resonating. Maribel, is resonating. Thank you. This is why I need you to do the list. Because this is resonating, but you need to be look at the list and go, okay, a person that is healthy does what? A person that eats healthy, a person that works out, a person that gets their rest, a person that doesn't stress about things, what do they do? Does that person pray? Does that person say no and know that no is a complete sentence? Does that person make time for self-care? What does that look like? Because when you then see it, so much like a vision board, when we do this list, this identity list, it's so powerful. I'm giving you guys skills that I use with my clients. I pick and pull based on where they're at in their journey when needed. So make the list. This is the person you want to become. What behaviors do they have? And then what are you doing that conflicts with this? Because when you can identify where you went wrong, it's like a math equation. Remember when we learn math in school, or for those that have little kids and they do math and they got to go back down and go, oh, this is where you went wrong. If you don't put the math problem out, remember when the test would say, show your work? Show your work? Like, dang it, I know the answer, but it wanted you to show your work. Same thing, same concept. Because if you don't show your work, we can't see where the problem lies. You can't see where the problem lies because you're not putting it down. You're just saying, I need to be consistent. Miss Pam's a teacher. She said, I say that all the time to my students. You think you have it all in your head. You got so much other clutter up there. When you see it on paper and go, ooh, this is what that person looks like that I said I want to be, but I'm doing all of this? Well, damn. Miss Pam said, I need to practice what I preach. Okay, Emily, that analogy resonated. Good. I'm like the analogy queen to try to get things to resonate with people in different ways. And although this may seem corny, I know as a doctorate level health psychologist, this is what works. There's workbooks and things like that. And so when I get you to do this and you look down and go, oh, so you look at it and go, ooh, it almost looks like the negative and the positive. And you go, well, no wonder I'm not achieving my goals, because the person that I said I'm trying to be does all of these things and I'm doing the opposite of all of them, or the opposite of a few of them. Eli said, this feels like therapy, Dr. Rocks. That's a good sign. And is that hitting home? Therapy and coaching are two different things. And oftentimes I work in tandem with therapists, but it really does force you to, what do you do in therapy? You got to do the work. I'm making you do the work. And this is with any behavior you want to change. Miss Pam says, so I'm guessing I'm self-sabotaging. We self-sabotage when we don't realize it, which is why when you put it to paper, you can see where you're self-sabotaging, because many of you saying, I'm just not disciplined. I'm just not motivated. And I would beg to differ with a lot of you, because you be disciplined to get on TikTok, disciplined to get on Instagram, or disciplined to do other stuff. What it is instead, because those are dopamine hits. I want to give you a dopamine hit. A dopamine hit, and that's something else that he talks about. A dopamine hit you get when you achieve something. You ever achieve something? You're like, yeah, I did that. It gives you a dopamine hit. That's your reward center in your brain. And when you reward yourself, you want to do it more. So when you set these big lofty goals that don't fit in with the behaviors you're doing, You don't get a dopamine hit. You instead feel sad. You feel defeated. Your self-efficacy drops. And your self-efficacy drops, you're more likely to relapse. See this? This all cognitions, baby. This is all psychology. This is health psychology. So instead, if you're new here, follow, like the live, hit some hearts. Also, those of you that are on YouTube, if you can, I think you can like it while I'm live. If you can, like it. I didn't put the description box up yet, but I will. But those dopamine hits, you can give yourself those dopamine hits with the small wins. So you go down your list of what you are not doing. Go down the list of what the person that you want to become is doing. And look at the one that you say, I'm doing that one at least 50% or 70%, and go in and master it. Don't pick the one where you ain't doing shit. Don't pick the one where you doing 0%. You're going to set yourself up to fail. You ain't going to get a dopamine hit. Discouragement at its finest. There you go, Miss Pam. Yes, further discouraging yourself. Think about a kid when a kid comes to you and they like, I plan to do this, and they don't, and they let you down. Your inner child, you let yourself down. It doesn't want to make you do it again when you let yourself down. Oh, I like that. Maribel put, I appreciate you. The list makes a lot of sense when you see it on paper. It's different. It's different. So then you go, it's not that I'm not disciplined. I didn't realize I was doing all of this. Then pick one behavior. So for this week, I want you guys to make your list and pick one behavior. Look at the list of behaviors for the person that reflects the behaviors of what you want to be doing. And look at which one of them behaviors that you feel like that confidence scale. 1 is not confident at all. 10 is all the way confident, knock it out the park. If you rate yourself under a 7, pick something else. Rate yourself in terms of the confidence. How confident are you in the behavior you chose? And pick that one. And let me tell you, these small wins will build. And before you know it, you'll be a whole new person by the end of the year. Instead of the same person you were in 2019, that same resolution you set this year for 2025. You will execute it in the year with the small steps because you're doing it from the root. The cognitions, behavior. Someone said to me, and this is not a knock to GLP-1s at all, but I'm going to give it as an example. If you don't know and you're on a semaglutide, stick with me. I'm connecting it. The FDA, if you're on this, she said, what is this list? Oh, you knew I'll come back to it. She said, what is this list? You coming in a little bit late. I'm going to come back and tell you. So semaglutides, for those where doctors recommend them, if your doctor wrote a prescription, you getting it, okay. But for those of you getting it from a source that's not your actual PCP, you don't have type 2 diabetes, you're getting what's called the compounded semaglutide, where they add in B12 and other things from the site Hers or Hims. That's where you're getting it from. Just the end of February, the FDA said, no more. The reason they allowed that is because there was a shortage of the semaglutides. They said, no, because we don't know if this is safe. You mixing and mingling it with stuff, no more. There's going to be a fuck around and find out for a lot of people coming up when they can no longer get that semaglutide, right? Wait a minute. Did my mind just go blank? Did my perimenopause fog just jump in when I was making this connection for y'all with the semaglutide? The semaglutide. Oh my gosh, I hate this perimenopause brain fog. I was making a connection. Y'all watching it in real time. And any of the women on here, y'all get it. You be right. I was ready to make the point and it went, goodbye. Okay, we were talking about, remind me, y'all. Hit me with some of the words I was saying so I can resuscitate that part of my brain. The semaglutides, I was relating it to this with, okay. I lost the whole thought. Fuck around and find out, but it was before that. What was I talking about right before the semaglutides? Because I was connecting the dots here. Oh, no, that's not it. It was something else. I can't think. Oh my gosh, perimenopause. Okay, Maribel said I saw that in the news. Because I'm not coming for them. I'm trying to give you an example with it. Daggone, I lost the whole thought. Oh my gosh, just throw the whole day away. I was happy I made it through today. Oh my gosh. Now watch, I remember when I'm laying in the bed trying to go to sleep. Okay, it was about mixing the vitamins with it. Okay, that's why they canceled it. But it was my thought before that. Let me go back in these messages. What was I saying before that? Discouragement, discouragement. I was talking about connecting the dots. We did that. I was talking about identity. Oh, okay. I don't even know if this was it, but I can still connect it. I don't know if this is it. It's what watch it come to me when I'm laying in the bed, and I put it on my thing. Miss Pam said that is so mean. It was right here. I was like, where did it go? It just went. I'ma still connect the dot. I don't think it's the dot that I wanted to connect. But once they come off of that, and some people feel like, if you follow them on social media and they get so worked up and pissed off when they find out that it's taken away, the insurance doesn't cover, or when they find this, a lot of them don't even know that this one's going away. If their identity, I'm connecting a different dot because I can't remember, I lost the other dot. If their identity hasn't shifted, some of them shift their identity to the semi-glutide is what makes me this person, when that's not what makes them that person. You see what I'm saying? Because that health behavior is just an injection once a week and you're not eating. If that identity hasn't shifted, that's why the fuck around and find out is going to be a lot harder. That was not my connected dot, but that's how I'm going to connect it because it went. The perimenopause brain fog just went. Dot gone. And it's going to hit me in the shower or in the bed. But it's time for us to round out. But this is why the behavior change is so important. It's important even related to general supplements. It's important related to, like, in the shopping cart over here, I have where is it at? I have the tea there, but my favorite supplement, y'all know, the cortisol drops. Even though that's a favorite, if we rely on something, Love Baby said you're funny. Oh, I'm serious. Even if we rely on something, like I take those cortisol drops to bring my cortisol levels down, but I also have to be intentional about stopping during the day and doing breath work, not being at my computer all day, stopping and taking a walk. You still have to do the other behavioral stuff and become that person. I can't be like rely on the drops because then my identity is just a person that takes the drops. My identity needs to be, I am a person that is mindful of how my actions, my behaviors, my thought processes increase the cortisol levels in my body. And when the cortisol levels increase in my body, your body goes into fat hoarding mode. Your body becomes insulin resistant. Your body is insulin resistant. Your body also then suppresses certain sex hormones. Your other hormones get out of balance. The cortisol also increases inflammation in your arteries. Cortisol, I don't want to say is the devil, but let me tell you. Oh, great. Oh, Emily said, I recently learned about body scans to which help when I'm really stressed out. Tell me more, Emily, with the body scan. Tell me more. So whoever was on here and asked what this list is, if you're late coming, and for those that have been on as we wind up, this list is to help you shift your identity. A lot of people, to be that girl or that guy and walk the talk as it's related to health behavior change, they don't match the identity of who they want to become. They're saying they want to be this healthy person. They want to be a person that's rested, or you want to be a person that does what they say they're going to do. But you don't relate to that identity. You're only going to match what your identity is. You got to be able to shift the beliefs. And to shift the beliefs, you got to start shifting the behavior. Thank you, Maribel said, preach. I'm learning so much tonight. That makes me feel good because I'm looking in the way things have been glitchy today. I feel like my brain fog. I'm feeling like, are y'all getting something from this? So thank you. Thank you, Maribel. That means a lot. That means a lot. Oh, the body scan. See, that's my brain. Body scan is a meditation technique. Yes. You go through each part of your body. I can't sit still long enough, Emily. I do better with the quick body scans because we use those. I'm also a clinical health coach in a pain program, and we use the body scans for them. Oh, thank you, Miss Pam said, always a great lesson. All right. Okay. I was like, oh, a body scan. What is that? I'm like, oh, child, just get me through this week. Ah. So look, with this list, you want to, on this side, the person you want to become, imagine you admiring that person, even if it's you. I mean, I challenge you to make it you. I look back at my pictures as to who I was in 2017, and I'm like, that girl right there was working out 2 days a week. That girl right there, that guy right there, if it's you, I'm my own goals. Or if it's somebody that you see that you admire, what behaviors do they engage in? And write that down here. And then on this side, write down what you actually do. Like, oh, this person works out 3 days a week and never misses the gym. Or this person works out. For me, I'm like, Roxanne, you have the 48-year-old body. So you have to do your walks every day and do a workout at least 5 times a week. And they can't, maybe one of them cardio, but more strength training. Got to when my body changed the fastest, when I was doing my Pilates reformer, I shifted it out of my office and moved it downstairs. You got to think through what you're doing, what you're not doing, and put it here. I want a lean, fit body. What does someone with a lean, fit body do? What do they do? A lean, fit body, they use the Pilates reformer. They eat well. They do this. So if I say I want a lean, fit body, but I'm doing all the non-lean fit stuff like staying up all night and scrolling on my phone, taking my cortisol levels up, knowing that when your cortisol levels are up and you're not getting sleep, because when you sleep, the growth hormone, which helps your body also burn fat in your sleep, that hormone can't be secreted. So sleep and keeping them cortisol levels low from that sleepy time tea that I put in there and the cortisol drops, game changer. Game changer. Miss Pam said, are you talking to me? Actually, I didn't even have you in my mind, but if it resonated, yay. Thank you. Maribel says, you always dropping gems. I appreciate it. Because sometimes I get on here and go, okay, I don't really have a plan for them tonight. So intuition guide me. I feel like I'm intuitive. Like, what do they need to hear? Because these are freestyle sessions. And so tonight we're a little less busy with the comments. And so I admit it made me a little nervous. Like, okay, how I'm going to do this? And some people are watching and they don't necessarily put in the comments. They kind of just watching, which is fine. So, hey, but normally there's more energy coming and more comments, and I'm able to then pivot and give you what you need. So I'm glad, because as long as I'm reaching one, that's always been my thing. If I can reach one. Any questions before we get off, or drop in? Oh, thank you, Emily. She said I'm great at speaking to a group. Thank y'all for being a good group. Let me tell y'all, which I came on here late. It was all kind of weird. I don't know what was going on the algorithm, but the people popping in, I was like, where's my regulars? And it was just different names coming, and the numbers would go up and go down. And I was like, okay, something's glitchy, because it was just names that made no sense for me to even be on their FYP. So let me know tonight, because I'm going to daggone it. I don't want to swipe off, but okay, wait, because I have an affirmation. I want to end with affirmations. I can't end with a song with me being on here, but, let me know what resonated the most for you, whether it was something I said or an adjective or something that came to mind, or whatever you're taking away from tonight. Thank you. You're going to try this. Well, Lady I Love, make sure you follow. We come on here every Wednesday at 8:00 and hold you accountable with a live health coaching session. I'm a doctorate level health psychologist. I am a board certified holistic health practitioner. I also am a nationally board certified health and wellness coach. It's the certification, the only health coaching certification that is recognized by the American Medical Association. And I am a certified functional nutrition counselor. So I help people create a healthy body they can be happy naked in, with mind, body, and spirit. That's what I do. And so Wednesday nights are when we come together for the coaching to give you the cognitive skills to make the root-based changes that you need. But let me know, or let me know what you plan to do with this information, or let me know how you feel. Drop an adjective for how you feel from this. Oh, Allison, that's okay. That's okay, Allison. The analogy of having an answer but not having work to show for it resonated the most. Thank you, Emily. Oh, Miss Pam said embracing the small wins. Good. We have something so much bigger, and you don't count the small wins. Count the small wins are really how you prove, as James Clear said, it's how you prove to yourself that you can be this person. When you prove to yourself that you can be this person, you boost your self-efficacy, your confidence. Prove to yourself you can be this person. Prove to yourself. Even if you go like tonight, I know I'm not going to be to bed by 12 probably. No. Let me take that back. I'm going to make sure my TV is off by 12. Period. And that my phone is down by 12, because I'm looking at what time it is now. That's why I almost said that. So my small win tonight, and I'm actually tired. So while I wanted to be in bed at 11, I'm giving myself grace because I know I got to come down some more. So I'm making it 12. See how I did that? Sometimes y'all just throw the whole thing away. Like one example is that I used to always get, and I'm going back because I've been a coach since 2009, my first certification as a health coach before they had the board certs. Ooh, wow, I'm aging myself. 2009. and worked at UPMC and overled their coaching programming. Oh my goodness, trained over 200 different social workers, nurses, everything. Like, coaching is what I do. That's why I was getting my PhD. But the one thing people would do is that they go, I was supposed to go for an hour workout at the gym. But I got off work late and it was only a half hour left, so I didn't go. They throw the whole goal away because it's not the way you want it. Life is never going to be perfect that way. So go, you know what? At least I have a half hour. I'm going to prove, because proving to yourself you're the person that sticks to what you say you're going to do has nothing to do with the timing. I don't care if you show up for 15 minutes. We count exercise in bouts of 10 minutes. So if you say you want to exercise every day next week and you plan on 45 minutes in 5 days a week, but on one of them days because life didn't go right, your plan B, your coping planning skill, that cognition I talk about, you say, you know what? Today was a rough day. I couldn't get in 45 minutes, but I did 15. It's a small win to prove to yourself that you're becoming this person. Every action you take, let me leave you with this. Oh, this gave me chills, and I want to read some of these comments, and it just came to me. This is also James Clear. Also James Clear. Oh, Tamika said, I'm so guilty of this. I need y'all to hear this quote so good. Hear this quote so good, because if I go to these comments first, the brain fog might take it. This is a James Clear quote. Every action you take, listen to me, every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. At the end of the day, tally your votes. Tally your votes. What person are you really wishing to become? Tally your votes. It's almost like when somebody keeps apologizing to us and they keep doing the same shit. Actions speak louder than words. No, if you're saying this, every action you take is a vote. A vote. A vote for the person you wish to become. Who are you voting for? Are you voting for the person in this column, or are you voting for the person in this column? Oh, that was good. If I say so myself, I didn't plan on wrapping it up like that. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me go to these comments. Y'all tell me if that resonated. Write that on a sticky note to remind yourself. Every action I take, and I would say write it down with I. Every action I take is a vote for the person I wish to become. Yes, Emily, that's James Clear. That's James Clear, baby. Every action I take is a vote for the person I wish to become. I had to repeat that sometime when I'm in line at the fast food restaurant. Every action I take is a vote. What am I voting for today? Am I voting for this person that is not doing anything? Or am I voting for the person that I said I'm going to become? So look, Eli said the perspective of seeing the illusion of myself that I want to be and not doing the work to be that person is resonating. So this quote should have just really resonated, because we're saying we want to be that person, but wait a minute. How am I showing up? How am I showing up? How am I actually showing up if this is what I want to? Think about students. When you want to be a good student and get good grades, they got to go to class. They got to study. They got to pay attention when they in class. They can't be distracted easily. How you going to say you want to be? You got to think about it. Think about how you'll be talking to your kids. I would be talking to, and my daughter was a good student, but if I ended up having a bad student, I'd be like, a bad child, I'd have been like, so you said you was going to be a good student, right? These are the behaviors that's proven to me you don't want to be a good student. How many of you are proving to the universe, proving to yourself that you don't really want to be this person? You proving that you want to stay the same. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Maribel said, doing the list honestly, everything you spoke about. Thank you. So everything resonated. Thank you for sharing and showing your love. This is why I love it over here. Thank y'all. It don't matter how many's on. Me touching one means so much. Knowing that it's impactful even in this small way. So thank y'all. Write that down. Every action you take. You can, and those of you that love Pinterest, you go in and type in James Clear quotes. It'll be some quotes that'll hit you so hard. So I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to keep that in mind. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. And I want you to say, is this action I'm taking right now in line with the person I wish to become? Don't worry about it being the full. If you meal prepped one day, but last week you did none, that's a win because you was that person on that one day. Okay. Good session. Good session. I'm glad it ended this way because I didn't know what was going on in the beginning. I just was, woo, okay. Roxanne, pivot. But I know I can pivot because this is what I do. I needed to be fed to see what y'all needed. So everything always aligns, which is why I'll have something ready, but I just wanted to align it. Miss Pam said, mic drop. Yep, mic drop. You got to talk to yourself that same way. So I want y'all to remember this. Miss Pam, Emily, Air Force wifey, Tanisha, who did I miss? Nevaeh, one motivated queen, lady I love, a few people that came in here later. Thank you for tuning in. Next Wednesday, same place, same time. If you need a little kick in the ass for a coaching session, I'm even recommending that my clients come to this because this just allows me to, sometimes we fall off and it allows you to see what other people are struggling with. And allows me to kind of give you different skills that I may not have used before and gives you different tools because it's not easy. Any behavior working to change. Thank you, Eli. You needed the words. Remember, you can apply this to anything, not just health behavior. You can apply this to anything. Closed mouth, don't get fed. There we go, Maribel. So continue and watch. Some of y'all gonna be using this with people in your life. Watch you be using it. Watch you be using it with people in your life. Like, Is that action a vote for the person you wish to become? I thought you said you want. Don't y'all be petty out there in them streets. Don't be petty. use it for yourself. Use it for yourself. Use it for yourself. So I hope to see y'all next week. I was out last week. The replays of this are on YT. For those of you on TikTok that want to replay any of these, they're on YT. This is the 4th one that I've done of this. We've had other sessions before this. Oh, Miss Pam is a teacher. She said, I'm going to use it in class. She about to use it on them students. Yeah, she about to. Wait, Maribel said, I'm using it on my kids. Look, you'll be using it on your spouse. Be like, okay. Look, this is what you say. I see you over there voting for the person you wish to become. What you mean voting for? I see you. I thought you said that you wanted to be this, but all them actions is speaking to... Maribel's, I love this. Miss Pam's over here on TikTok. Maribel's on YouTube. Maribel, Miss Pam said, okay, Maribel. Y'all connected here. So think about that this week. Keep that in mind. I think that's it. Live health coaching and accountability. Tell a friend if you want to send them the playback or somebody that wants to watch this. It is on the YouTube channel along with the ones. This one I titled Walk the Talk Wednesday. Are you that girl? The crazy part is I put this shirt on for that and I just got chills. I love the way it aligned because that particular quote of every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. I did not even plan on it. It's just me knowing the book and it coming to me in that moment. So I love how this aligned with the right people and the right message. So thank you for allowing me. Thank you for receiving my energy, what I have to share, and it helping you achieve, live a happier life, a healthier life that you can, and a body you could be happy naked in. So good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night.